Today I want to show you a simple but also pretty tricky interview question. Let's say we have a variable I, which is equal to 0. And we can have a prefix or postfix incremental operation. Let's just write it down. The prefix looks like this. Postfix looks like this. So the question is, what will be the output of this operation, of this console log? So we are taking the prefix incremental of I and comparing it with a postfix incremental of I. So will the output will be true or will it be false? Right here. You can pause the video and think about the solution, but let's run and see what is the output. If you said true, good job. The correct answer is true. If you said false, let's actually take a look and debug it line by line to see why this is actually true. So let's start from the prefix operation. Let's create a variable a, which will be equal to the prefix increment of the I, and let console log a and let console log I as well, and run it. So if you see, a is equal to 1 and I is equal to 1. What happens behind the scenes? First it does increment of the I, so basically it's 1, and then it returns the incremented value, so it returns a, which is basically 1 as well. Right now, let's take a look on a postfix. And let's run it. As you see, postfix is different. So postfix is a is 0 and I is 1. And this happens before the postfix first returns the value and then does the increment. So on the postfix, first it assigns 0 to a, a becomes 0, and then it increments I, so I becomes 1. That's why a is 0, I is 1. That's the difference between the prefix and postfix. With this, let's take a look. Let's come back to that console log which we had, and let's debug it line by line as well. So we know that the correct answer is true. So let's start. The first thing what we are doing, we are creating a variable I which is equal to 0. The next step, you're doing the prefix operation of the I, which we know that the prefix returns us increased value, so it basically returns us 1, it returns us a new value, basically, which is 1. Then the next operation is the postfix I. We also know that based on this example, the postfix I returns us the old value. In this case, our old value is 1 because it was already updated. And the next step, we are doing the comparison. So we are comparing 1 to 1, which is basically equal to true. And this is the result.